Hi, Jace or Shadow here. I'm gonna go over some reasons of why I'm on break right now, because I'm not actually so sure if a lot of people understand what's happening right now with my favorite game, Pressure. Um, so, Pressure has been my favorite game for since September, I believe. Yeah, about September. But I first played in 2024 because my friend Ellie showed me it. I wasn't a big fan of it at that time, but I love it, really. I really do. And, a lot of stuff is going on right now with it. Like, I can't even, I can't stand it. It's disgusting. Here, I'm gonna explain it, though. So, the music composer, her name is Ren. She has recently made a Google Doc stating a lot of stuff that's been happening with, her and the creator of Pressure, Zeal. And there's all this stuff showing chats from since this, about November or December, I can't remember which month. And yeah, so, yeah, that stuff's in it. But if you go on, keep reading the docs, she tells you that he assaulted her. Like, she explains stuff like that. And then, yeah, like, you might not believe it, but there's literally texts and stuff. Like, and then at the very end of it, there's pictures of her showing marks on her neck that she did not consult. And it's all disgusting. Like, I'll show you some pictures. But, you might not like it. So that's just a warning. This is a warning in case you don't like it. I will be showing some pictures of it. I'll also put a link to the document if you want to read it, and probably the description or the comment. And then I'm gonna go on a big review over Pressure because it was my favorite of all time game. So here, I'm gonna go pull up some pictures, and then I'll explain to you what the pictures are showing, and then I'm gonna go on my rant about Pressure. So yeah. So this is one of the pictures I have. This is what Ren was talking about. Ren was upset and crying. Zeal offered to come over and help comfort her, and she agreed. He came over, and he comforted her for like a whole hour and a half. He shifted her in positions that at the time she wasn't aware of what they meant, but now she knows what they mean. And yeah, but after that hour and a half of comforting, he began, let's just say, he took her wrists and put them together and above her head. I think it's on the headboard, I don't remember. And then he put his mouth on her chin, his breath, and he's like breathing against her neck or whatever. And then she said something like he put his hand under her shirt and on her breast. and stuff. I'm not gonna go into full details. That's why I'm gonna put it in the comment and put the link to the docs. And that's what that picture means. This is again like the same thing as the last picture, so I'm not gonna go into details with this one. You can just read it yourself. So let's go to the next pictures. This is a screenshot of one of their texts of Zeal saying if she buys condoms, they can try again later. But like Ren's just pretending like she wants it, I believe that's what she said. And again, yeah, I'm not going into full details. So this is a message Ren sent saying that he needs lube as well if they're gonna try it again. Then again, I believe she says she doesn't actually want it again. She's not gonna tell him that because she's worried. Some bullshit. Yeah. I'm not going into full details. I don't quite remember what was in the document, and I really don't want to remember that much either. This picture is a message of Zeal telling Ren that she is a lazy ass and saying that she can get the stuff herself, even though it's like hard for her to get it because she's like never purchased them before. So yeah, this is the same thing as the last photo, so I'm not gonna go into details with it. So yeah, this is also about the same thing as the last one, so I'm not gonna go into details with it. I don't want to explain what this is because it says like a lot, and I got confused with reading this the first time, so yeah. Now these are the photos of the marks that he left on her neck, and showing them healing slowly over time since the assault happened. But yeah, that's all the Ren stuff and the Zeal stuff that's happening. Now I'm gonna go over Pressure. Pressure was a really fun game. It was inspired off of Doors, and other things in it were inspired by other games, but it was mostly inspired off of Doors. There were these little variants that you would have to run and hide in lockers or in safe rooms from. They were really, they could get annoying sometimes, but I still loved them all. There was Puddles of Void Mask, which they were in lockers, or they recently added an update where they can be under beds. If you get a room with a bed in it, which those aren't that common to get, I don't think. There's also little mini games, like there's the Firewall, which is a pain in the butt, the pain in the ass to deal with. There's Abomination, and there's Searchlights. Those are the 3 mini games that there are. Searchlights was my favorite in my opinion. The other 2 were pains to deal with. But you were only guaranteed either you were guaranteed Searchlights in any match. But you could either get Abomination or Firewall. In my case, every time I did a solo, I would get Abomination because I had Firewall turned off. But let's see. There was also Sebastian, which a lot of people already know him. He was a big, tall man. I can't say that. Okay. He was a fishman. Let's just call him that. Yeah, he was a fishman. He sold you stuff if you had research. And if you had 1,000 research, you can buy his document. I, of course, had enough to buy his document within, like, probably the first 2 months of me playing. That's my favorite game. Yeah. He was my second favorite, character in the game. My first favorite, however, was Painter. I loved Painter so much. Painter was a little computer. He could be a menace. He controls turrets. He has control of the intercom in the black site. He could also hack into, I believe it was said he could hack into the intercom all the way back at Urban Shade's loading docks. I believe so, because that's how Sebastian got into the intercom. Yeah. And Painter was adorable. I've made an edit about him. I'm not gonna post it because of how much stuff's going on, but I'm still very proud of that edit. I love it so much. I like it. Pressure, such a nice game. It was very fun. It was a very fun game. I loved it. I truly did. I don't know what I'm gonna do without it. If it dies out, I really hope they just get a new owner, because I can't handle with pressure. Pressure I played almost every day. I had a lot of badges. I had a lot of wins. I had so much stuff. I spent like a lot of Robux on that game too. Like, it was my favorite all-time game. And it's gonna be strange if I don't have it. And I'm also gonna be really sad. I'm not sure what I'd do about it. You know, I was gonna make a video of me playing it one last time. But since there's like no more moderators in the game or anything, the game's not very much working at the moment. So I can't play it. I can't play my last one. But I love Pressure with all my heart. I truly did. I'm gonna put the link to the document in the description. And maybe in the comments. I don't know if it'll work in the comments, but I can still put it in the comments. But if it doesn't work, then it'll be in the descriptions. And I'm not sure if that'll work either. But, yeah. I hope this is a good enough explanation of why I'm on break for a few weeks. I really can't handle anything. All of this going on. Pressure's my favorite game. My two most favorite voice actors, Gianni and Artie. I can't pronounce Gianni's last name. And Artie is known as Artie Does Stuff on YouTube. So, yeah. I love them both. They sadly quit from their roles. Gianni voiced Sebastian. Artie voiced Painter, which happened to be my top two favorites. Anyways, I really hope this is a good enough explanation of why I'm not very much posting right now and why I'm on break. Chase, other known as Shadow, signing off. I'll see y'all when I come back from break.